Happy Friday, everybody. And this is Auntie. Woo! And I am here to do my rant of 90 Day Fiance the other way. Season 5, episode 14, Be-hitched. I sure did miss y'all. Let's get into it, shall we? Oh, yes, we shall.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with the whoop whoop and the boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now, you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is your dear old auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family, one of the best families on the YT. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Y'all, I am so sorry that I did not come out. I was so sick yesterday. It was unbelievable. You know, when you are old hag, there are certain vaccinations that you got to take, honey, to, not get this and not get that. And honey, let me tell you, them vaccinations had me on my Irish. And I mean, when I say on my Irish, I did not wake up and feel like a human being until 3:42 this morning. So thank you all so much for your patience and stuff like that. Y'all know I would have been out here other than that, but I'm gonna try to tell you, honey, I was gone, gone. But anyway, I'm back, and I absolutely miss y'all a lot. So we're going to get into this episode. I know I'm behind, but we're going to get into this episode. And then after this episode, for those of you who are interested, come back and join us. And we are going to be talking about the Asuelu Kalani incident. And then after that, we will be doing our recap of Sister Wives. We're going to go from season 2, episode 4, I think up to season 3 something. Anyway, we're going to get that done. So, okay, let me pull these people up so we could talk about these mofos. Put my glasses on. I am babysitting tonight, so if y'all hear dogs barking, it's because I'm babysitting. Okay. So the first couple that I want to talk about is Holly and Wayne. As we all know, Holly and Wayne have oh, you was up. Me too. I was down after this last round. Oh, do you get the shingles too? Because I have a second round of the shingles, and I'm telling you, honey, I was like, how do people survive it? I don't know if you as old as I am and you got to take your shingle shot, but honey, let me tell you. I'd rather have the shot than to get it. And that's faux shot. Oh my God. Ooh-wee. My arm is still swollen. Anyway, look, Dana, you done got me on track, child. Whew. Lord Jesus. Okay. So as we all know, Holly and Wayne have gotten married, and the two of them, because of their religion, they're both Jehovah's Witness, decided that they would not consummate their marriage. I mean, their relationship, but they would, consummate their relationship after marriage. The two of them are laying in bed and she's feeling very satisfied by him. She says something about, vanilla sex. I don't know what that means. I think I do, but I really don't care too much about it, right? It just like, what is that? Okay, well, excuse me, y'all, for 1 second. How we buy scrapbook supplies? You got to get two. I got it. I only got it once. You got to get two. You got to go get round two, boo. That's the only way that you're going to be protected from it. Okay, so you make sure you go back and get your second round. I know it was bizarre and it probably had you on your ass like it had me on my ass, but I'm telling you right now, boo, go back and get your second one. Okay, well, everybody that I know that's got it hasn't had anything, so I'm just hoping and wishing and praying on the star. I'd rather have it and have some type of immunity than not. Oh, okay, you got it. Yeah. Okay, let me get focused, y'all. Thank you for sharing, y'all. Thank you for sharing. That's why sometimes I don't like to, and I mean, no offense, but that's why sometimes I don't like to share what goes on in my personal life because then people, feel like, oh no, Auntie's in danger, or this may happen to Auntie, or that may happen. And I know y'all mean well, but I got to make the best medical decisions for myself. And I think that everybody needs to make the best medical decisions for themselves. And for me, having people who are very close to me have it and who never got it, and having people right, mm-mm, mm-mm. I have to make the best medical decisions for myself. So anyway, this couple consummated their marriage. They're married now, and like, who cares? The next couple that I want to talk about is TJ and Kimberly. Now, TJ and Kimberly have decided that they're going to get married to each other, right? And so, traditionally where he is, they have this big elaborate wedding, and the wedding lasts for days, and they go through different ceremonial things, like getting henna on their hands and gifts and all that kind of stuff. Well, unfortunately, we had to watch Kimberly go through that. And I really feel sorry for TJ because I really do believe that if TJ could and had not spent as much money as he and his family did on this wedding, I don't know whether or not TJ would have married her. Um, and I also have heard that Kimberly is an actress, so I don't really know whether or not a lot of what we are seeing is Kimberly acting. But of course, we see the bitchy side of Kimberly. This is the character, in my opinion, that she has chosen to show to us. And it's unfortunate for her because she's not an ugly girl or anything, but her personality and everything that she does just absolutely makes her just a hideous person. So of course, Kimberly, is going through the festivities. She's up in the morning and everybody is happy. Family and friends have been bussed in, taking, tour bus packed with family and neighbors and probably co-workers, religious leaders, like everybody's at this bitch, right? I think that he said they had like 300 and some odd guests there, right? And that's not a little bit of people to sneeze at, to feed, and especially if you doing this for multiple days. So they have her, and they're whisking her away, and she, doesn't realize, what's going to be happening. Again, here we are with responsibility and accountability, right? Although you may not know everything that is going to go on in this wedding, you should know something. You should know the traditional things. Now, what she did know was that she was going to be changing her outfit multiple times because, of course, she had to go and shop and be fitted for it and all of that kind of stuff. And the night that she came downstairs with the jeans and, the hole in her jeans, we saw the mother and the brother with the fabrics. Okay. So she knew some of this, but to sit there and have such a bad attitude. Now, she said that she got up in the morning, she was sick and she was nauseated, and that she pooped on herself and all of that kind of stuff. And so she wasn't at her best self, but just her whole disposition and everything, it's so, I think that what was what the sunny side that I saw to it, that is that these women were able to get past all of her attitude and personality and still be able to serve her. Now, Kimberly is saying that she's lonely and all of that kind of stuff. Well, I guess she probably didn't make friends there. And maybe she doesn't have friends and family that's coming over to support her. I wonder why. I wonder why Kimberly doesn't have a group of girlfriends, boyfriends, family members that decided, you know what? Not only are we going to show up, but we're going to show out, bitch. We're going to be on the camera. We're going to support you. We're going to be in all the festivities. We're going to put, the all of the pageantry. We're going to participate in all of it. But instead, she wants these women who she doesn't have a good relationship with. She don't even have a good relationship with his mother. And she expect these women to what? Be her friend with her nasty ass attitude and all of the pageant, whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. And all of the pop and circumstance, like all of that stuff was just absolutely beautiful. The venue, the work that they were putting into it, like it was beautiful. And they were treating her like royalty, putting henna on her hands and upper arms. And I mean, I'm talking about extravagant designs and all that, and just the beauty of all the materials and all of that. Like they were going all out, and she has this bad attitude, not just going along with the flow. Now I know that it's something that you have to get used to. I have been in different plays and stuff like that, and I know that from rehearsal to rehearsal to rehearsal, you do have to get accustomed to people taking care of you. And I remember having a lead part in a play, and it took me maybe about a week to get used to finding myself meditating doing makeup, especially with all of the things that they had to do. And then I would, they would dress me, right? And it was something that I had to get used to. It really was, right? But after probably a couple of rehearsals where that happened, I was good to go. I came in and I just surrendered myself to the makeup artist. I surrendered myself to the people who changed my costume. I surrendered myself to everything. And you just have to do it. There is one of the members, right? If you are a member of Auntie's Advice and you saw the latest, y'all, we just gonna kick the bubble, right? If you are a member of Auntie's Advice and you saw the latest membership, you all know that we have a queen amongst our midst. I'm talking about a real queen. Okay, we won't say them names unless they want to pop out and say who they are, but they're a real queen. We talked about all of the pageantry and all the things that she had to go through, and how they were washing her feet and just doing all this, and they had made all of these this fancy fabric and garb for her and all of that kind of stuff. And she actually shared the pictures, and I'm going to be sharing it with you all. She shared the picture, and she said she didn't know what was going on. She still don't half-ass know what's going on, right? But she shared the pictures, and you could see that the women were catering to her, and she was taking pictures, and she was beautiful and sitting and this was her first time, right? The first time, only time she was crowned queen. She ended up marrying this guy and did not realize that he was from a royal family, and now she is the queen. Okay, she's the queen. I got the receipts, bitch. Okay. So when I look at her and all of that, right? Who doesn't, what woman doesn't want to be pampered? But her attitude is so nasty. And TJ is trying his best to, to reassure her to he can't have this kissing and hugging and all of that kind of stuff, and the family coming in and they're giving her gifts, and all the families want to be represented by their gifts. I think that I would be smiling through that, you know what I'm saying, just to know that I'm royalty somewhere and someone is treating me like this and I'm being pampered. No, it may not be something that I'm accustomed to, right? But I'm queen for the day. For 2 days, I'm queen and I get to do what I want to do, bitch. But of course, she was nasty. What I did like was that the brother finally came over and, he, made up with her. And he's like, okay, regardless of all this, we're going to put all our differences to the side. You're marrying my brother. And all of the stuff that we went through, let's put it. And she's like, I know I'm crazy and all of that kind of stuff. I can admit to it. No, you did not admit to it. You did not admit to it. She said that she got mad when the brother called her stupid, but she was mad from the giddy up. As soon as she sat down with I don't know if she don't look at, well, I guess she wouldn't. But we saw everything. She was nasty with the brother from the beginning. She didn't like him point blank and period. She's been around her parents and playing fake and phony, and they're gonna say he playing fake and phony. Well, both of y'all are doing what y'all have to do in order to make TJ happy. Even when she was up there dancing with TJ, and she said she didn't know how to dance and stuff like that. I would have enjoyed it had it been anybody but her. She's such a bitch that I can't do it with her. And so, I guess next week we're going to see, her get married to him. But I think that she's doing, like, it's even hard for her to smile. She must be really a miserable ass individual, right? Okay. Thank you so much. We buy scrapbook supplies for the $4.99 super chat. I got it on my back. Felt like I was laying in needles. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You better go get that shot. You better go get that shot. Thank you, boo. Okay. She's just a miserable ass person, and it's just so unfortunate because, like I said, it's not like she's an ugly person on the outside, but she damn sure is an ugly person on the inside. And it is just, like she's just too much work. The next person that I want to talk about, unfortunately, is Danielle and Yohan. Y'all, like this episode right here, Yohan is sick of her ass. And and believe it or not, I can see this on both sides. I can understand where Johan is coming from, and I can understand where she is coming from. Matter of fact, let me see if I got my thing up. I'm gonna do a poll real quick because it's Friday night. We got time. Y'all got time? We got time. Let me go in here and put a poll. Hold on, y'all. Let me type this poll real quick. I really want to get y'all feedback on this. Hold on, y'all. Y'all tell me. I want to see what y'all think. So, okay, who do you believe is right in this situation? Danielle or Johan? Let's see. Viewers weigh in. So far we have 80 fucking we got 83%. Okay, 73%. 72%, 67. Okay, Danielle is going up. Okay, now it says that now I'm looking at this and it says that There are 253 concurrent viewers on here, but yet and still there's only 66 people hitting the poll. We only got 66 votes. Come on, y'all. We can at least get to 100 votes before I end the poll. Come on, participate. Give me them votes. Come on, we can get 24 more votes. We got 72. Come on, y'all. We can do at least 100 votes. Let's make it fair. All right, so we're going to end the vote at 102. And it looks like out of 104 votes, you all believe that Yohan by 63% is right in this situation, and Danielle is 36%. So Yohan wins this damn argument. Let me tell you something. The same way you get them is the same way you're going to lose them. This girl gave this a whole bunch of pipe dreams. She told Yohan what she was going to do, what she was going to be. And she has not kept up her end of the bargain. Danielle is saying, I am not going to pay for your flax. But you living in his country. See, it would be if the roles were reversed. And he was over here, and he came here, giving all these dreams. How would we feel? See, usually we see the foreigners allegedly using the Americans. But now we have an American woman who is using him, who sits her ass out there and says, I'm not going to pay for you. But you wanted him to shut his business down. Last season, Danielle, you wanted him to shut his business down and start afresh. Well, how is he going to do it if he doesn't have any money? Where does he get the starter help from? You don't want him to come to America. You don't want him to get a green card because you don't want to be in America. You have bankruptcies and some more going on. And now here it is. This guy is saying, if you're going to be here, take care of me. Is some of the stuff that he's asking Danielle for unreasonable? Hell yeah. And did he throw a dagger in her face when he said, you can't give me a baby naturally? That, in my opinion, was fucked up. That was fucked up. Because you nailed the hit beneath the belt. And he knows what to say to trigger her. He knew from the giddy up before he married Danielle that Danielle could not give him a baby. And if that was an issue and he was going to throw up in her face, he shouldn't have married her. She gave him a whole bunch of dreams, and he accepted a whole bunch of dreams and thought he was going to live off her money. But she offered. She has made it very hard for him to believe in himself, to have a business. She criticizes, but doesn't give him any suggestions on, baby, do this in order to prosper. Baby, do that. It's just you ain't doing this. Let me see your books. It's after the fucking fact. And that's not right. So while I believe that he was right, hold on, y'all. Thank you so much, Nathan Tim, too. I think that why Yohan is being mean now to Danielle is because he is tired of her acting like she is way better than him at life and everything. Danielle is rude to him a lot, and he is over it. I agree. I absolutely agree. Nathan, Hey, boo, you've been a member for a month. Welcome. Hey, Beverly. Danielle thinks she is better than Yohan. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at my bed. My bed been with me for 2 years, boo. 2 years. My boo been with me. It's my boo time. The low blow was too much for me. I can understand, but that went too low. Now, he said that he had suggested that she purchase this house. Now, we saw him last week when he was talking to his little homeboy in the gym. And his homeboy in the gym was saying that his friend married this American woman and that she done gave him a car and all of this kind of stuff. So Yohan is saying, you here in my country, I'll let you be here. You need to pay up. You need to pay me for being here. So Danielle, he said that, she doesn't listen to him or anything like that. And she was like, what do you mean? Give me an example. He said there was some property that I wanted you to buy as an investment property as an American. You decided not to buy it and you could have rented it out and made money. She said, you wanted me to give you $20,000 for a property and rent it out for $100 a month so you could flex, so you could have something. What is a hang up with Danielle allowing a man to have something? God damn, can he get? He said he don't have a car. He don't have an apartment. I guess he means a house because he's living there. And then he's saying he's paying the bills. He feel like he's paying everything because she's taking his money that he gives her for rent, spending it all the money, but still paying the rent. So he doesn't know. He just giving her one bulk like a kid. When you tell your kid, I need you to start, you 18 now, you need to start paying rent. You pay me $200 a month, but you still feeding them up, you still feeding their asses. They not paying the electricity. They ain't paying the gas, bitch. They're not paying the water and sewer. They're not paying the cable. They ain't paying for all of that stuff. They just giving you the $200, bitch, and they think that they doing something. I'm paying rent. No, you ain't. You paying rent, but you ain't paying your way. You not sustaining your life. I'm sustaining your life. I'm giving you the good life that you living right now. Because that $200 ain't even paying the monthly cable bill. Let's just go ahead and break that. I'm about to make me get a damn attitude. You ain't living. But when we looked at his parents in them house, we know how they living. He thought he was going to have this good life with her. She promised him this good life and then reneged on it. She's saying that they going to see a life coach, and I'm saying, for the fuck what? Once he said to her that you can't give me a kid naturally, turn the car around. She said that she changed her whole life for him. No, you changed your whole life for you. You wanted to be there. You wanted to be there. You changed your life for you. You said you wanted to live in a DR. You met a man with a big, who was poor, who, in my opinion, you swindled. You got what you wanted. And then he is doing exactly what his friend said, that you're going to walk around and be the dog babysitter. And what do we see? Him always with the dog. Every time we see him, he got the dog in his arms or walking the dog. She's treating him less than. And she very will. And then the thing about it is, if you ain't got the 20,000, tell him, I don't have what you think I got. I don't have what you think I got. I don't have $20,000. She ain't got no fucking $20,000. From where? Here in America, she just was in bankruptcy court. She don't have it. She probably got a little. She was a teacher, I think, and she had some type of aerobic studio or whatever. She living basically probably paycheck to paycheck. Because why is it that she's not depositing his money? Why is she spending it? Something ain't right. She said that this is not the relationship she wants. She's not going to talk to him in Spanish. He said, well, what the fuck are you doing here then? We just might as well end this. We might as well end it. We've been married for a year and I don't have the show. And here I got this American woman. I have nothing to show for it. If it was a woman, how would we feel? Would our votes change, y'all? If it was women, because society has taught us to see women as gold diggers. It has taught us to see things the other way. And here we're seeing a man doing this. Would we have changed our vote? I wouldn't, a bitch. The same way she got him is the same way she gonna lose him. It's gonna be another bitch that's gonna come in there. And I'm telling you right now, she's gonna offer him something. Danielle's not gonna hold on to this man. Okay? She's not gonna hold on to this man. Thank you so much, Layla Lee, for the $4.99 super chat. When is Danielle going to tell Yohan she's not rich and foul? She's not, Layla. She's not. And unless somebody from his town or his city or wherever he lives tells him, he's not going to know. He should know by now. But their relationship is tumultuous. This is a disaster, bitch. Just waiting to happen. It looks like in the previews that she's about to really get bad. And talking about getting bad, Brandon and Mary. This relationship is absolutely horrific. This mother is sitting up in her grandfather's house being disrespectful as a mother. He's sitting up in there acting like he in the house by himself. And he got this stuff. He know the grandmother old. Now the grandfather is gone, but the grandmother not. And he is up in somebody else's. But see, he didn't have a, calm down, Auntie. He didn't have a good relationship with his own mother. He sat there and disrespected his mother, whether or not she was a crackhead or not. You still gotta have a certain level of respect, and he have no level of respect for his mother. So you know damn well he not gonna go up in somebody else's house and have respect for them. He's sitting up in there playing the TV, blasting the TV, ain't doing in the house, ain't contributing, ain't even washing behind his own ass, getting fat as fuck up in somebody else's house. And you know the grandmother Lydia and she old as. And Mary is screaming and saying, Brandon, turn the fucking TV down. And instead of him turning the TV down, he gonna go down to the town square and show his ass and lay on benches and act like he homeless, knowing he the only white that live around there, knowing that you standing out like a fucking sore thumb. And everybody know that Mary was messing with you. They know the TV cameras around here. And you bring shame on the family because you don't know how to fucking act. You disrespectful Ari mother. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And he and Mary is pregnant. So I guess he thinking she pregnant. I done locked her down. Now we know that the two of them got married. We know they got married, but how long they gonna stay together? He's disrespectful as fuck because he promised the grandfather that he wouldn't touch her. And so the grandfather got to come back, honey, from working in the fields or wherever the hell he working at, only to find out that his grandbaby, he let this mother come in from the United States up underneath his roof. and you gonna disrespect him and his wishes, and you know that these people supposed to be Christian. Now, yes, she does have a responsibility because she could have told him no. And here we saw Mary keeping him on the phone the whole time and thinking that Mary was the one to have a problem, and she do. But bitch, we didn't see this coming. He is just as dependent on her. He wanted to see, he brought his way over there. He stayed on the phone and sent her $2.99 a month, bitch, and made sure that her WhatsApp was on and her cell phone was charged. I don't believe for 1 minute that Brandon paid him a dime to put a roof over her grandfather's head when he is going away from the house for months working. And then he gonna come up in there with his lazy, trifling. Now we know that Brandon was lazy and trifling because he was losing his jobs because he wanted to be on the phone. He wanted to pander to her dreams and her wishes. And I think all of that was some bullshit anyway. He ain't never been nothing, ain't gonna never be nothing, in my opinion. And I hate to say that about people because I be wanting to keep hope alive, but fuck hope. Where he sit there and be disrespectful up in the grandmother house, and the grandmother like, how in the hell is he gonna come up in here and act like this? We got all this chaos and confusion. The grandfather said it's chaotic in here. He done created a war zone in this house. We done had peace in here. What she need to do was go and get her brother and let her brother come up in there and tear his ass up. Because we didn't have all of these American disrespectful problems. And you sitting up here playing video games all day. If you depressed, go seek counseling. You better talk to somebody. You done set up here and got this girl pregnant with your lazy, trifling ass. And now you down there at the town square embarrassing the family and tearing down the reputation. And you ain't had a conversation with the grandfather yet. Mary shouldn't have had to come and tell you to have a conversation, you little trifling ass little boy. You should have manned up like a man and went to the grandfather yourself and said, let me talk to you. First of all, I need to apologize for getting your granddaughter pregnant. He never even manned up to apologize, even when he was sitting with the grandfather. The grandfather said it's bad enough. The grandmother said, dump his. Let me tell you, they want that gone. The grandmother basically was telling Mary, let me tell you something. A mother only going to treat you the way that you let him treat you. He's sitting around here blasting the television like he the only mother that live around here. And lately, Mary been saying this real life. That's because her grandmother in the midnight hour, honey, when she get up for breakfast and she making her cup of coffee, bitch, the grandmother is telling her, let me tell you something, boo. This real life up in this mother. You better get this bitch together. Because if you don't, I am. And your grandfather come back up in here, I'm telling you right now, it's going to change in here. Because we ain't got it to do. My husband got to leave me for months at a time to go work. And you got this up in here acting stupid like this. It's time for them to get some of the village people together, honey, and come up in them and kick his. But we already saw how he treated his mother. We saw how he treated his sister. We saw how he treated his little brother. We saw how he treated his godparents, who picked him up from the muck in the mall when he had when his mother was on crack and doing all kinds of drugs and let him out. We saw that he didn't even regard them when they told him this a bad decision. And he talking about something he can try to get himself together. Mary said, do it, mother, do it. My grandfather just said that the people talking about us, the neighbor over here, bitch, and the neighbor over the wood over there. The one to the north and the one to the south. And matter of fact, the one to the east and the west, bitch, been talking about our family. You bringing our family down. Plus, I'm pregnant. And that's embarrassing because my father is a religious man around this mother. And you laying down there on the bench like you a homeless mother. People are looking and they thinking, I done upgraded. I got an American man over here and he white. I got a man over here and he's white and he's from America and you laying out on the daggone thing like a vagabond. No, 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 no. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Excuse me, y'all. Got a phone call. Okay, I had to take it. Let me tell you something. You get a man in your life and he don't upgrade you and he don't bring something to the table and he knock you up and don't have respect for your parents' wishes, you will learn over time that that's not the type of person I want to be associated. Because if you can't be a up and have integrity in front of my family, and you sneaking and doing books behind their back, I'm gonna look at you as not being a man of integrity. I want you to be the same. If you thought that you was going, you knew that you couldn't hold yourself, you should have told my grandfather, I can't make that promise. I can't make that promise. But you're going to sit up in there and sneak when the grandfather leave. You a fucking kid. Because only kids sneak around. Adults do what they do. Well, some adults, because some people hoes and stuff like that. And you don't know until, you know what I'm saying? But really, most people. You a kid. You need monitoring. You need guidance. You need money. You didn't even have a plan B for coming out there and working. You didn't have one thing that you could contribute. And you talking about you can't work in the store, bitch, because you don't know the language. Well, then why wasn't you studying it when you was on the phone with her 24 hours a day, 7 days a month, a week, 365 days a year? You sorry. Oh my God. He disgusted the out of me. He's a little boy doing grown up. He said, well, Mary, do you want me to go home? Why? Because you don't know how to act, mother. If you think that that's what you need to do, you do that. But one thing I noticed about Mary, she wasn't hyperventilating and acting all stupid and manipulative in front of her grandfather. That bitch didn't act like she needed an inhaler. She didn't act like she needed no Advil. She didn't look like she needed a puff puff. She sat her ass up there and cried in silence, bitch. She had them tears coming down her eyes slowly but surely. But I'm going to tell you right now, she wasn't fast. She wasn't passing out. She wasn't hyperventilating. Her ass, the tears was coming down like the tears of a clown, boo. They was coming like the tears of a clown when there's no one around. That bitch knew exactly how to act in front of her grandfather. Her grandfather said, what you ain't gonna do is sit your grown ass up in here, you pregnant too, and sit up here and act like you hyperventilating. You gonna act like you got some sense around this. You gonna grow up real quick. I tell you what, she probably would have got a pop in her face had she sat up there and been crying the way she had been crying when we first met Mary's ass, because the grandfather said, bitch, I ain't got it to do. You play grown up in this damn house, you gonna be grown. She sat there and cried in tears, like the tears of a clown when there's no one around. Oh, yeah, baby. You better keep that smile on your face, bitch. She sat up there like, and then Brandon gonna sit there and disrespect her in front of her grandfather and touching on her face. Finally, she had to say, stop, mother, stop. Don't touch me no more. You know that's inappropriate. I'm already pregnant. And you see the grandfather sitting up there looking at her like, boy, I'm trying to tell you, if I had me a good old a good old steak and a machete. Bitch, let me tell you something. She sat up there and she, okay, Twila. She said, but you too loud. She said, you too loud up in here. Don't start that barking. Maisie and Twat. Here we go. Ain't nothing going on. Ain't a package being delivered, nothing. They just think that my daughter's home and she ain't home because she just called. Okay. But anyway, y'all let me know downtown in the comment section what y'all think about this, because I'm telling you right now, this made me so mad. I just wanted to ring, and I think that they forced him to marry her before that baby so that she could be legit in the community. But he need to bring his ass back to America. He gonna sit up there and try to make her make the decision. She said, if you want to go home, Brandon, go home. Go home. Go home. So, Mary, do you think I should go home? Yeah, go home. Murray was like, you do what you do. You ain't asked nobody else for no permission to do nothing else. So now you got to ask for permission on whether or not you should leave or not. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Mary says she ain't got it to do. She tired of him and she tired bitching through. Period. Anyway, y'all, that's the end of this review. We're going to be here for a while tonight. I thank you all so much for being here. I love you all. To the replay gang, thank you all so much for coming in. Thank you so much to We Buy Scrapbook Supplies, to Nathan Tim 2, and to Beverly Conley and Layla Lee. Just want to highlight y'all. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. I love you all so much. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the waters. Bye, y'all.